Check it out, guys. So the stock market did very well today. It was one of those days. We had the S&P 500 up 1.4%. We had the Russell and the Dow each up over 1% as the NASDAQ led the way up almost 2% on the day as the VIX went down over 4%. So in this video, we're going to break down the markets. We're going to break down stocks, charts, all that good stuff. So if you guys find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And if you like the way I break down stocks, charts, you want to be a part of the Discord chat, the private Discord chat, and you want to see my Patreon portfolio plus more, check out the Patreon down below. And now let's dive into it. So again, all the indexes crushed it today. Volatility got squashed. We had the VIX close right around 19 points, and I think the metals, last I checked, did not do well today either. Let's see. Gold went down 0.4%, but actually silver went up 0.2%. So mixed bag there for gold and silver. Let me actually see what crude oil did as well so we can get that here in the beginning of the video. Oil went down 0.5%. All right, so oil went down. Metals were all over the place. The VIX went down as we had all the indexes heavily in the green. And if I pull up SPY here, guys, we can see a very critical break on the 4-hour chart. Not only did we break the 50 SMA, but we also broke the 180 SMA today, and we started to break over 400. In fact, we closed over $400 a share here on SPY, and we closed right under the highs from last week. If you guys remember last week on the 22nd, last Wednesday, we had the Fed meeting, press conference, FOMC, all that good stuff. We saw the S&P 500 here via SPY go up to about 402. If you guys look here on the 20-day chart, you'll be able to see it. If I zoom in a bit, you'll see right here we got to 402. Then we dumped all the way down to 392 on that day as we got word that we're probably not going to get a cut this year in terms of the Fed funds rate, which the stock market was kind of pricing that in. And lo and behold, about a week later, guys, here we are. We're testing that 402 level again. And by the looks of it, this wants to break out. By the looks of it here, guys, we do have an ascending triangle on SPY on this 20-day chart. Let me pull it up so I could show you guys, or draw it so I could show you guys. We have higher lows clearly being made since the 13th of March. Look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at all these higher lows. Now we're starting to run to that 402 level, which not only was resistance back last Wednesday during the FOMC debacle, right? But also from back in the beginning of this month. On the 9th of March is where we also hit 402, got rejected, went all the way down to 380 in the span of 2 or 3 days, which was a big drop. That was a drop of around 5% on SPY. So by the looks of it, guys, if we break 402, I'm actually going to set my alert at 402.50. I'll put it a little bit above 402. If that level does end up breaking here on SPY, like I've said before, I'll say it again, 407 is next, which was the high from the 6th of March. And if that level were to break, guys, this could really start taking off and reversing on the 4-hour chart to the point where, hey, maybe it starts going 415, 420, which is where this ETF struggled in the middle of December. Also back in February, you can see right here we triple topped at about 415. That is where it could be going. If it breaks 402, we break 407. Again, that's where it could be going. So SPY did very well today. It's not fully out of the woods yet, guys. Don't get it twisted. It's not fully out of the woods, but it is showing some positive steps here, some positive signs for the bulls. And Triple Q, if I pull it up, let me show you this. This is also looking very good for the bulls. Look at that. We closed at 312 today, up almost 2% on the day, and we officially took the highs out from the middle of February and the beginning of February. Now we're testing the highs from the very beginning of February, being about $313.70, $314. That's going to be the next level to test. We might even test that tomorrow, maybe even the next day. And Ibiza's looking at me here, my dog, guys. I have a little Papillon, if you guys know that breed. I think it means butterfly in French. She's an absolutely beautiful dog. She's just staring at me right now, watching me film the video. What's up, Ibiza? Sometimes I'm petting her right now, guys, as I'm making the video. But anyway, guys, we can see Triple Q again, 315. That's where we're going to test. And not only was that resistance back in February, but also from back in, last week, a couple days ago. And she's looking at me like, who the heck are you talking to right now? She obviously doesn't realize I'm making a YouTube video, right? She's a dog, guys, and she's looking at me like I'm crazy. But either way, guys, Triple Q, watching out for it. SPY, keeping out on those levels. Bulls are, the Bulls are coming back. The Bulls are putting up a fight, to say the least. And, the bulls are looking pretty strong on Triple Q, especially, guys. The NASDAQ is looking way more bullish than the S&P 500. At least that's the way I'm looking at it. And we also have, again, not only an ascending triangle here, but also a cup and handle on Triple Q. Let's see how that plays out. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you haven't gotten up to 17 free stocks yet for Moomoo, what are you waiting for? The clock's ticking. Even though I'm not wearing my watch right now, the clock is ticking. If you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more free shares plus 2 shares of either AI or ticker symbol BBAI. So right off the bat, if you deposit at least $100, you're getting 7 stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 17 free stocks. Yeah, 17 free stocks, guys. So if you want to help out the channel and you want to get some free stocks, use the link down below, the Moomoo link. Check out all the details. And with that being said, let's dive on to these stocks, which actually, let me pull up the notes here because I don't remember exactly what stocks I wanted to talk about in this video, guys. So Rivian, there we go. Yeah, Rivian's number 1. Let me show you guys what happened today with Rivian. This thing ended up going up a whopping 10% on the day. And no, guys, it's not enough to make the stock reverse. It's still clearly in a downtrend. And to be honest, even if it ripped to $16, it would still be in a downtrend. It would have to start breaking out of, let's say, 18, 19, $20 for this thing to even start to reverse. But as of now, it went up a little bit. It's at $14, and who knows? Maybe it does reverse at some point in the future. We'll see. Time will tell. But overall, Rivian today went up over 9%. And I was reading here. Let's see what ended up happening. Rivian shares are trading higher after Needham, however the heck you say it, gave a positive Q1 deliveries outlook ahead of the company's deliveries report. Which is that coming out tomorrow or some point later this week, maybe next week? I don't know. Either way, we're going to get some delivery numbers for Q1 for Rivian, which, of course, for a company like Rivian, a growth company, a very volatile stock, that's going to move the stock. So we're going to see what happens, guys. Right now, again, it's at $14. It's about, let's see, $1.50, $1.75 off the recent $12.50 low. In other words, it's up 14%. So let's see how it plays out. Again, it's not out of the woods yet, but we might be creeping out of the woods if we start breaking out of 16, 17 bucks. I'm going to set my alert at 17. Mark is at or above, and we'll see where it goes from that point. The next one I want to break down, guys, is Restoration Hardware, whose earnings came out today. And, it's not looking good after the bell, guys. This stock closed at $245, up 2% on the day, and right now it's at $233 a share after the bell. Not good at all. It's down, let's see, about, again, $245 it closed. It's at $233, down $12. It is down 5% after the bell. So let me see exactly what they ended up doing here. It looks like, oh wow, they missed on EPS, 288 EPS versus the 334 estimate. That's a bad miss there, guys. And they ended up missing on sales as well. $772 million versus the $779 million estimated. So they missed EPS, missed on revenue. They got it for full year 23 revenue of 2.9 to 3.1 billion versus the 3.45 billion estimated. So not only did they miss on revenue, they missed on EPS. Their guidance is horrible for full year 23 revenue, and I'm not seeing anything on EPS guidance, but that's probably not good either. So there's a big reason. That's the big reason why the stock is selling off like no other here after the bell. And if I pull up the 4-hour chart, we're now officially about to take the lows out from a couple months ago. A couple months ago, this thing was at 225, 230, roughly, right? That's where we're testing, guys. It looks like that is where we might be breaking through. And if we do fall through that level, man, it's gonna get ugly. If we pull up this 3-year chart, we might start running under $200 at that point. If we start taking out that 215, 220 level, this could be under $200 like that. So this is not the best looking chart by any stretch of the imagination. And Restoration Hardware, guys, this stock has been bludgeoned since the beginning of February. My goodness, from 350 now down to 233. It is well in a bear market, guys. It is down 35%. That is no joke. That's ticker symbol RH. DraftKings also had a pretty interesting day today, guys. Check it out. So we outlined this big resistance a couple videos ago. I forget exactly when. I mean, I make so many videos, guys. I'm losing track at this point. But look, we outlined this level of resistance, which was right around 1750-ish, almost 18 bucks, roughly that 50-cent window. And look at this. We broke out of it a couple weeks ago. We ran up to 2160 in the middle of February. Then we pulled back, and we've been very choppy around 1750, 18 bucks. We've been holding it as support the past couple of weeks, and today we completely launched off of 1750, 18 bucks. The stock went up $1.25 on the day, up over 7%. That's a good sign that this is starting to break out. We're above the moving averages. We're taking out the highs from the last couple of days, and it looks like now we're starting to take the highs out from last week as well. Very good sign here for DraftKings. And the thing is, it's not 100% out of the woods yet, but if we start breaking, let's say 19 bucks, I'll set one alert there at 19. Mark is at or above. That was the high from the end of February. If we start breaking 1950, which was the high from, let's see, when was that? Let me set the alert first, then we'll take a look. If we break 1950, the high from earlier this month, that's when where this thing could really start to take off. Probably back towards 21, maybe mid 21s, back where this thing was, a couple weeks ago. So DraftKings is definitely, building up some momentum right now. It's looking really good from the bullish perspective. We're starting to break out. And Intel, guys, holy crap. Did we not talk about this earlier? We called it out, which is why you have to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell as well. Intel completely broke out today, 7.6% green day. Unbelievable. We broke out of this key level of resistance about $30.50 that we called out earlier. The ascending triangle played out that we also called out earlier. And now it looks like we're filling the gap all the way to that 32 level, which, mind you guys, we're at 31.50. There could be even more upside here in the short term. 32.50, that was the high from the middle of September. If that were to break, guys, we could be going 34, maybe even higher here on Intel. So this looks really good. Even though it's overbought, it looks clearly like the bulls are, in charge. Bulls are holding the momentum right now. Intel looks really good. And Applied Materials, let me pull that up. Ticker symbol AMAT. This one up 3% on the day. Closed a little bit under 120 bucks a share. And by the looks of it, guys, we're holding an uptrend. We bounced off the 180 SMA today. Now we're testing the 50 SMA, which is right around 120, 121. If that level breaks, guys, this could really start breaking out back to the highs from about a week, 2 weeks ago, really about a week, 10 days ago, being about 125, 126 bucks. You can see that is a big resistance here on Applied Materials, and by the looks of it, that might be where this is headed if it does break 121 bucks. So keep your eyes on Intel, Applied Materials. They look really, really, really good, guys. And CCL, which is Carnival Cruise Line. This went up 6% today, closed a little bit under 10 bucks a share. And look at this. The uptrend is clearly continuing, like we called out and talked about a couple of videos ago when they reported earnings. I think they reported earnings on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me down below in the comments, guys, as always. So CCL is ripping right now, and it's clearly above the highs from the last, week, 2 weeks. Really, it's at almost a month high. Actually, no, it's not. It's getting to the point where we're starting to break the highs from the middle of March. Not quite yet the beginning of March, but who knows? It could get there, especially if it does break the 180 SMA here at about 10 bucks a share. So I'm going to set my alert at, let's say, $10, maybe a little bit above $10, $10.25 is where I'll set it. And if it does start breaking out of that 180 SMA, guys, you better believe it. This has more upside. 11.50, 12 bucks, top of this channel. That's where it could be going. And last but not least, guys, we have BBY, not to be confused with BBBY, which is Bed Bath & Beyond. That's a stock that we've talked about quite a bit here recently. Best Buy is the last stock for the video. And by the way, if you guys stuck till the end, I appreciate you all. As always, hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and let me know in the comments. Say stuck till the end. Drop an emoji. Run up that comment section, that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys as always. We can see Best Buy today had a 2% green day, closed right around $75, so right in the mid 70s, and the 4-hour chart does not look that great. I mean, we have a death cross, we're under the moving averages, and sure, we did have a good day today, but we're not anywhere near being out of the woods. We're still under the moving averages, right? We're about to test the 50 SMA, but if you look at the longer time frames, or rather the larger time frames, you're going to notice, wait a second, Best Buy, I can't even talk today, guys. Best Buy is right now at the bottom of this channel. In fact, we're starting to see a spike a little bit, ever so slightly, at the bottom of this channel. This kind of looks like what we saw with CCL on the 4-hour chart, right? Even here on the 1-year chart, you can see it. We have a clear uptrending channel, higher lows, higher highs, all that good stuff. That's what we're seeing here on Best Buy. Now let's see if we can start breaking out of, let's say, $78 into the 80s. That's where this could really start taking off, in my opinion. So I'll set my alert at $80, which is slightly above the 180 SMA, but not quite yet above the 50 SMA here on the 1-year chart. And if we pull up the 4-hour chart, if we do start cracking above that $80 level, especially 82, that would indicate, to me at least, that Best Buy is starting to reverse. So it's looking decent on the 1-year chart, even on the 4-year chart now that I drew the channel out, but we have to start seeing more upside here, a break out of the moving averages and a break above, preferably $80. That's the way I'm looking at it. So with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and my second channel, Stas Talks Money. I just dropped the video on there earlier. Go check it out. And feel free to get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo using that link down below. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get 6 more free shares. And if you deposit at least $1,000, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 17 free stocks. Feel free to check out my Patreon as well, and all the other links. They're all down below. And all those links, guys, full disclosure, help out the channel. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.